The Sphinx Avenue is a 3,000-plus years processional road links Luxor and Karnak temples with a side detour to Hammut temple. The Sphinx Avenue has statues of sphinxes on both sides for almost 2 miles. It took over 1,000 years to be completed as it started in the 18th dynasty. First stop at the oldest shop in Luxor. Gaddis store goes back to 1907 when Atiya Gaddis started his photography career as one of the first Egyptian photographers. We are meeting Mr. Ahab Gaddis, who is the grandson of the founder.
My first memory about Sphinx Avenue when I was a child coming to my grandfather's shop, the photo of the Sphinx Avenue here. Seeing this photo, I was fascinated with it, but I don't know who took it and when and maybe where. I was lucky when I visited Luxor Temple when I was 9 years old during the digging of Sphinx Road. So I understood that photo, I saw it when I was younger, belonged to the Karnak temple. So I was imagining that two temples to be connected by the Sphinx Road, but it was just a dream then. When I was 13 years old, my grandfather, Atiya Gaddis, he passed away. I used to spend plenty of time around him. And he was a very quiet man, and he never talked about his career in photography. It like never happened, and it seemed like that for a while.
Even though Ahab's father wasn't interested in photography, but he guarded the glass negatives collection of 1941 photos taken between 1907 and 1950s. Ahab Gaddis took the guardian of the family heritage's role and been reviving Luxor's native sun collection since mid-1990s.
The long-lasting dream of connecting Luxor Temple and Karnak Temple by Sphinx Avenue finally coming true.
Next stop is in the middle of the Sphinx Avenue with Mr. Mostafa Al-Sagir. His father, the late Dr. Muhammad Al-Sagir, was a pioneer archaeologist and one of the few people who excavated and discovered different parts of the Sphinx Avenue in the 80s and 90s. Now, the son is the general director of Karnak Temples and the supervisor of the Sphinx Avenue project.
Avenue Sphinx when I was at 7 years old. I used to go to Karnak Temple to go around and to enjoy all the antiquities there. Once I reached the south end of Karnak Temple, and behind the gate I found the beginning of the Avenue Sphinx at that time. I was so curious. I was thinking where this avenue goes. I would like really to know the end. I would like to know all the details about this. Then, when I was 11, my father, Dr. Muhammad Al-Sagir, was responsible for the excavation of the Avenue Sphinx. One day, I went with him to see the excavation. He explained me everywhere, all the sites of excavation. He explained it to me, and he told me about the importance of the statues, the importance of this avenue. It was really a great idea. Since that time, I decided to be an archaeologist to know all the secrets of this avenue. He's my father. Examined many photo research, what he found in the excavation. And this diary, where he is taking some notes of the excavation, still with me till this moment. All the writing with his hands, showing the diary of each day of the Sphinxes Avenue excavation. At that time, he was excavating all the parts here, as you can see here in the picture, and still some parts under the sand. He's making excavation to explore all parts of Avenue Sphinx and also all the remains of the ancient thieves that we can see, the mud brick walls behind. After my graduation, my father gave me the option to choose if I would like to work in a nice place in one of the temples, or if I would like to be a real archaeologist. Of course, I choose the second option, so he told me you have to work at the Avenue Sphinx. Since that time, every day I learn something new at the excavation. It is one of the richest places of excavation all over the world. Years go by. I was working in many archaeological sites, especially here in Luxor and Cairo. And then the day came to be responsible or the supervisor of all Avenue Sphinx project. I speak to you here in the same place where my father was working. Here, it's my first experience of work exactly at that place. Now, the dreams comes true. It's a dream of many generations. And now we are almost finished. We are in the historical moment to open officially Avenue Sphinx.
Person is Dr. Momin Saad. Dr. Saad took part of the Sphinx Avenue excavations 15 years ago.
My first memory with Sphinx Avenue was in 2006 when I came from Red Sea to participate working with Avenue of Sphinxes and the discovery of Avenue of Sphinxes. And it was during the time of Mansour Bouraik, with the help of Mark Liner, Anita Varis and Mohsin Kamil. And you can imagine all of the road was full of mosque, church, building, agriculture land. The first sign of this road was started during the Queen Hatshepsut, which recorded this with the red chapel in Karnak, which mentioned 6 chapel was built between Karnak and Luxor temple. Then we have evidence from Amenhotep III, middle of the 18th dynasty, which start making the road with ram statue. Then later, by 30 dynasty, we have King Nectanebo I, which built the Avenue of Sphinx. All the head here is human head with Sphinx body. Tonight we will have a great celebration for all of Egypt, especially in Luxor, to imitate the celebration of Obit, which is still used until now as a culture or heritage in Luxor, especially for Luxor people with Abu al-Hajjaj mosque. Really, it was a dream to see this moment, which now the way 2,700 meters is open as one shot from Karnak to Luxor. And really this is a great moment. We can say congratulations to Egyptian, congratulations to all the world. We convert Luxor to be open air museum. You can walk from Karnak to Luxor through Mut temple, Khonsu temple. This will be a great moment, and I am having the honor to be part of this celebration, as I participate in 2006 until 2010 in this road, and I'm happy to see my dream with all the archaeologists' dreams to see the road is opened now. Thank you very much, and we hope all the world will enjoy this night from Luxor.